Hi, I'm Terence. Welcome to part 2 of this video where we explain more about the R11 Metas. If you watched our part 1 or haven't yet, please do check it out. In this video, like the previous video, we actually did a lot about talking about the brand and what features the speaker can bring. And in this video, we're going to answer a lot of questions that of some of our audience, our KEF fans that would like to learn more about. These are frequently asked questions that generally people want to have, which we didn't cover in our previous video. The KEF R series have been a remarkable change from what they previously had. If you have not heard the previous range, the R series just sit one layer lower than your reference speakers. The reference range lineup is the top of what KEF can offer, and the R series are nothing less of that. The R series have a lot of improvements done which is derived from their reference range, and also a lot of improvements done from their previous R series, like the meta materials, the new grill that you get, the more tuning that is done to it, a lot of change inside the network as well. These are the speakers that give you sound quality that reproduces as close to your reference range as possible. Definitely not. Stereo is something that will never change, and once you start listening to KEF, I'm very sure you will never go back. The KEF has a tonal sound quality that you will never find in any other speaker. The unique design, the meta material, everything makes a huge difference on how the speaker sounds. And for a lot of you who know about speakers will know that speakers age and start sounding better and better. So what you might change is, now people change from CDs, turntables to now streaming. You might have a streamer that you might want to upgrade, or there may be some new streaming platform that might change, but the way you listen to music will never change. You might start enjoying your sound and then start judging sounds other rooms. You might want to add more KEF speakers to other rooms, which I believe will be the case at later stages. But in terms of what you buy now, I'm very sure you will never have that need to feel that you need any change in the room. Yes, like I mentioned a little about this in my previous video, the R11 Metas do need a little power. It's not just the R11s, it's any speaker for that matter that require a little push. It's like having an engine in your car. A smaller engine will need you to drive it at slower speed, but when you're looking at that low level vibrations and all that, it's the same on speakers. So having a good quality amp is not that you get more volume out of it, but it's more control of your speaker. I for one personally would recommend to match your amplifiers and speakers to somewhere close. For example, if your speakers are range of 300 like the KEFs that you have here, at 4 ohms, the amplifier can be anywhere between 150 and above. This, like I said, helps give you that control of the speakers, so you get that detailed sound at low volume and high volume. So I keep saying volume is because it's all about pushing the drivers, right? When you have that matching power, you get to control your speakers in a certain way, and everything else goes very importantly well. Your cables, your power, so make sure your power is as clean as possible, and the cables that suffice them as well. These speakers being a little large, we do recommend to have them a little away from the corners. The room size definitely doesn't matter because it's all about the kind of sound that you're looking for. But the reason I say far from the walls is because cabinets tend to create a kind of a body resonance, and having them free from each other, they perform much better. So you don't listen to uneven bass, or some places where you have something called a boomy effect or muddy sound, or these kind of words that you listen to. These issues will not be there when you have the speakers away from each other. The seating position, like I said in my previous videos, is very important to test it out, listen to them in different places, have a good seating posture. The speakers having that meta material and the unique design has a very wide soundstage, so you don't really need to have that center sweet spot. So even if it's not just you, it's everyone in the family, they will enjoy the speakers as displaced. That's a funny question you should ask, because I've spent hours with this speaker listening to some of the sounds that I usually don't listen to, music in different forms and factors. These speakers can sound great for any kind of music you throw at it. But if you're asking me a question like that, I would recommend, if you're looking for something that's not in your face, you want something that's sleek on wall, or you want something that's a bit more hidden, like KEF has in-wall speakers and they are very famous for their LS series. If you're looking for something that's more compact, I would do recommend to check out their range of speakers. But if you're very serious about your music, you tend to give every single detail about the speaker's height, the speaker's position, the speaker's matching, the bass that you're looking for. Well, it's good you asked, because like I said, music, say a perfume or even food, is not something that someone tells you or you read it on a manual or watch a video. These are things that you personally need to experience. Whatever I said just now is due to my experience and my excitement. I will like you to visit our nearest dealer networks to get in touch with it and then listen to some of the products, because you will understand the way I'm explaining how these speakers sound is actually no justice to what you will actually enjoy when you listen to them. Because these speakers, the amazing looks and the kind of technology they have inside, the networks they use, and all these things can be heard when you just close your eyes and listen to your favorite music. If you've listened to the kind of new age music that's actually come out now and what we've listened to earlier, people's interest and wants have changed. Now it's not just how clear or how natural the sound can be, it's also how powerful the speaker can be. Because it's not just something that you buy as a phone that's personal to you, it's something that is also meant for your family as well. So you have families who have taste in different type of music, you have friends that come over for parties, so you want this speaker to stand out in everything that you throw at it. So KEF has been designing speakers, like I said, for decades and decades and decades. So they have come up with different range of speakers and range of models. KEFs also have speakers if you want them to sound good in a small room. But the R11 Metas are not meant for a small or soft sounding space. It can give you that throw and punch. So if you're into, you have music that you have in various taste, these speakers can throw it well and do it at low volume as well. So that's it for this part 2 of this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I answered most of your queries and questions. If I haven't, do mention them in the comments below. We'll get in touch with you. And if you haven't watched the previous video, I do recommend to go back, watch it, learn a little more about the speakers. And until then, this is Terence signing off. Hope to catch you on the next one. Happy listening.